The film opens with a flashback. Around 1,000 years ago, Xu Wenwu discovers the mystical 10 rings, which grant immortality and godly powers. He wants to gain power over the world. He takes over a castle and establishes the 10 Rings organization. He conquered kingdoms and toppled governments throughout history. Later, the organization grows into a criminal organization. In 1996, Wenwu searches for Ta Lo, a village said to harbor mythical beasts. He travels through a magical forest to the village entrance. He enters into the magical forest with his team. During their journey, they fell off from a mountain. Wenwu managed to escape with the help of rings. Later, he found the entrance of the village but was stopped by guardian Ying Li. They fought with each other. Ying Li defeats Wenwu with her powers. They too fall in love, but the Ta Lo villagers rejected Wenwu. Li chooses to leave with him. They have 2 children, Shang Chi and Xialing. Li gives a green color pendant to both of her children. In the present day, Shang Chi works as a valet with the name Shan. He has a best friend named Katie, who does not know about his past. After their work hours, they spent some time together. The next day, they were attacked on a bus by the 10 rings for a green pendant that Li gave to Shang Chi. He fights with them to save it. While fighting, he was showed live in the internet by a random guy in the bus. He managed to escape from them, without causing harm to others, but he lost his pendant. After that, he went to his apartment and packed his luggage to go to his sister. Katie asked Shan about the fight in his past. He said that they were sent by his father, and he going to his sister now. Until then, Katie doesn't know that he has a family. Shan shows a postcard to Katie and told her it was sent by his sister a few months ago. They boarded the flight to meet his sister. In their way, Shan tells Katie about his past. At the age of 7, after his mom died, Wenwu makes Shan undergo brutal training in martial arts, but does not allow Xialing to train with the others, so she teaches herself in secret. At the age of 14, Wenwu sends him to perform his first assignment. After he runs away to San Francisco and adopts the name, Shan. He tells Katie that his real name is Shang Chi. They both went into a partially constructed building in Macau to meet his sister. Instead, he accidentally signed an agreement for a fight club which is being organized in the building. There they saw Wang. He met his sister Xialing in the ring. He managed to talk to her during the fight but failed. His sister defeats him in the ring. After that, he went to her cabin and found that the fight club was organized by her sister. He warned her about the 10 rings and tells her that he wants to help her. Xialing told that she already knows about this. She saw the video of his fight. She refused to take help from Shang Chi. Then he asked Xialing, why did she send the postcard? Then she said that it wasn't sent by her. During their conversation, they were attacked by the 10 rings. Xialing escapes from the back door, leaving Shang Chi and Katie behind. Shang Chi fights with them to protect himself and Katie. Xialing comes from behind and helps him in the fight. Suddenly, Wenwu arrives to capture Shang Chi, Katie, Xialing, and her pendant. Are taken to the 10 Rings compound. After a meal, Wenwu revealed a mystical map leading to Ta Lo using the pendants. Wenwu explains that he has heard Li calling to him and believes she has been held captive in Ta Lo behind a sealed gate. He plans to destroy the village unless they release her. Wenwu was offended by Shang Chi and Xialing, so he imprisoned them. There they met Trevor, who is an actor captured by Wenwu for impersonating his organization. They found a creature named Morris inside the prison. It communicates with Shang Chi via Trevor. It says that it was captured by Wenwu from Ta Lo, and it helps to reach the village. They escapes from the prison and goes to Ta Lo, which exists in a separate dimension with various Chinese mythological creatures. They were refused to enter into the village by the villagers at first, but they are allowed to stay in the village with the help Ying Nan, Li's sister, who explains the history of Ta Lo. Thousands of years ago, the village was attacked by the soul-consuming dweller in darkness and its minions, but was saved by a Chinese dragon called the Great Protector, who helped seal the dark gate to the dweller's world. According to Nan, the dweller in darkness has been influencing Wenwu to believe Li is still alive so that he will open the gate. Shang Chi, Xialing, and Katie join the villagers in training and preparing for Wenwu's arrival. using outfits and weapons crafted from dragon scales. Shang Chi knows that his mom is the only one who can beat his dad. He learns the technique from his aunt before the fight. Wenwu remembers the past about Li. During his early days of love, Wenwu abandons leadership of his organization and locks away the 10 rings and the power and immortality it grants. When Shang Chi is 7 years old, Li is murdered by Wenwu's enemies, the Iron Gang. Wenwu dons the 10 rings once again, massacres the Iron Gang, and resumes leadership of his organization. Wenwu and the 10 rings arrive and attack. Wenwu overpowers Shang Chi and forces him into the nearby lake, then attacks the gate with the rings. This allows some of the dwellers' minions to escape. After seeing this, the 10 rings join forces with the villagers to fight the minions. Shang Chi is revived by the Great Protector, which leaves the lake to battle the minions. Wenwu and Shang Chi fight once more and Shang Chi gains the upper hand but chooses to spare Wenwu. The Dweller in Darkness escapes the weakened gate and attacks Shang Chi. Wenwu saves Shang Chi, bequeathing him the rings before being killed by the Dweller in Darkness. During the war, the Dweller in Darkness tries to eat the soul of the dragon, but Katie bowed an arrow into the dragon's throat. Then they found that it can only be defeated if they attack on the throat. Shang Chi, the Great Protector, Xialing, and Katie manage to kill the Dweller in Darkness using the 10 rings. Afterward, Shang Chi and Katie return to San Francisco, where they are summoned by the sorcerer Wong to Kamar Taj. In a mid-credit scene, Wong introduces Shang Chi and Katie to Bruce Banner and Carol Danvers while researching the ring's origin. They discover that the 10 rings are acting as a beacon to something. In a post-credit scene, Xialing becomes the new leader of the 10 rings despite telling Shang Chi that she was going to disband the organization.